Hello, Pee-Pee. How are you, Pee-Pee? Good morning to you. Pee-Pee, good morning to you. Good morning, Boo Radley. Except it's not morning. It's Saturday afternoon. And I have been uploading my videos. And they just got uploaded. Let's see. I think it's like 3:30 or 4. It's exactly 4 o'clock on the dot. And Alex worked today. You guys, I've lost 14 pounds, 14.2 pounds. And I have to put my new stuff on my plates. So Alex went to his mom's house after work, and now he is on his way home. And then he's gonna just stay at home tonight or do laundry. I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm getting ready to throw up my videos. I was like all in the mood to watch some like old show. And so you guys are gonna love this. I love Alfred Hitchcock shows. They remind me of my mom. So I looked, and To Catch a Thief is on. Oh, look at Jimmy Stewart. Or, I mean, Cary Grant. Jimmy Stewart. Peter, you're an idiot. I know these people. I was raised on Jimmy Stewart and Cary Grant and Gregory Peck and all of those men. Oh, Cary Grant. So good looking, wasn't he? Now, did they ever say that Cary Grant was gay? You know they came out... Hold on a second. Alex said he's sleepy. He just sent me a picture. You guys want to see it? It's a picture. He said, I'm sleepy. We're going to Miami. Alex came on my live stream last night for an hour. It made me so happy. Yeah, so I grew up on all the old Alfred Hitchcock movies. I even have this set that my friends Liz and Kate gave me a couple years ago, and it's every Alfred. I own every Alfred Hitchcock movie. And I loved them when I was growing up. I wanted to be a movie director at times, and I wanted to make movies like Alfred Hitchcock because I loved them so much. But I also love, and Cary Grant is in this as well, Arsenic and Old Lace. Baby, you can't get me on the old movies, okay? I grew up on this stuff. I grew up on the Arsenics and Old Laces, all the way to the famous ones like Gone with the Wind, and you know all of those. Listen as I'm stumbling over my words, saying I know everything, but I did. Come here, honey. Come here, bud. Tucker, never really wants to be in videos. Oh, he always gets very nervous when he doesn't love to get picked up, do you? He says, no, Dad. His tummy is always real full. He is going to the hotel next week, and he's getting groomed, aren't you? He's getting scratched right now. When he gets scratched, he puts his tongue out. He likes it so much. You're getting groomed next week, aren't you? He looks fat right now because he's all furry, but next week he won't. He'll look skinny again. So, just a lazy day. I'm getting ready to watch my videos and then post them. And then I'm going to go get something to eat at Fresh Time. I don't know what. And then that's it. That's about my life. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello. It is 1:15. And I did a very long live stream tonight. And I need to go get gas now. Because I am 46 miles till empty. 46 miles to go now. Do you remember that song from Adventures in Babysitting? I love that song so much. So I'm going to go to the gas station, and then I'll drive around and do my vlog, and then I'm going to listen to my audiobook. So I don't know how long this vlog is going to be tonight, because I feel like I have been talking all day. I did 4 videos, and, you know, like my live stream, and so this vlog may be a little... I always say that, though, and then it ends up not being that long, you know? Or it always ends up being long, like 50 minutes. So maybe I'll do a shorter one for you guys to catch up on. But anyway, what did I do today? We'll talk about that first. Today, I woke up late, about 12:30. And then I let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Who. And then I made some of my videos. And then I went and got a coffee at Starbucks. Come on, remote. And they also gave me a free water because she was like, do you want a venti water? I was like, sure. What? Who'd have tried? Did I get my coffee before? I don't know. No, because I think the feel me? I don't know. I either made my videos and went and got my coffee, or got my coffee and then made my videos. It doesn't matter. And then I uploaded them. Alex worked all day till about 1 o'clock. Then he went over to his mom's house and he hung out with her for a while. She made him cachapas, which is like in a Venezuelan meal. They're so good. I'm gonna like sneeze. But he was like, you can come out and have them if you want. I was like, oh, I don't want to, but then I don't want to break my diet because I know Miami is going to be hard. So I'm like, if I'm going to break my diet, I might as well wait until I'm going to go to Miami, right? Like on bad stuff like fettuccine, which I love. Oh my God. But Parmesan cheese supposedly isn't vegetarian, so I don't know what I'm going to do. So can I have spaghetti with no meat sauce? I mean, I don't know. It's just, we're going to have to take it day by day when we get down there. Oh my Lord. I was talking to Tanya about it today on the phone, and I was like, me thinking about my eating and drinking soda in Miami is very similar to like, I can remember I went to Cancun with my dad and my stepmom like after I got sober, like probably like a year and a half later. And I was like, oh my God, I can't have a beer, I can't have this, I can't have a drink in the bar, I can't, you know, it was like, I constantly just like thought about what I couldn't have instead of like thinking about how much fun I was gonna have, you know, sober. And, I think it's always that kind of like missing out kind of idea, you know? So yeah, there's that. And then, let's see what else I did. That was it. And then Alex came home and then we watched the first episode of Project Runway. Not the Road to the Runway, we had already watched that. We watched the first episode, the first challenge. And I like the people on there this season. It's gonna be a good season. We watch Project Runway together every year. And then I watched, then he was watching something on TV and I said I was gonna lay down. We got done at like 7:30. I said I was gonna lay down for like an hour and a half, but he like was watching the show and then he got up and then he was texting and I was like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, so-and-so's husband is playing in a band tonight. I forgot I told her I would stop by for a second. So he went to that. I did my live, then I couldn't sleep. So I was like, screw it, I'm up. So I did my live stream from like 9:30 to like 12:30, 12:15. I was on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then I got off and then I got off the live stream. And then he had just come home. Oh, he came home right after I got off the live stream because he like texted me and said I'm coming home. So I was like, okay, I'll get off the live stream. And so then he came inside, he ate a power bar, and he went to bed and he was upstairs and he was like looking at stuff on his phone, like Instagram stories. And I was laid down next to him in bed and we talked for a little bit and played with the pups. And then he went to bed and now I'm vlogging. That is the life of a YouTube famous star. It's so exciting, isn't it? I mean, you know, I was thinking about this today, like when I used to watch, like Will and RJ at Shep 689 and like I can remember like mostly during the day, RJ would do most of the vlogging during the day because like RJ was at work and I think Will was at work and so like he couldn't like vlog or whatever. So do you guys remember this? Like Will would like vlog in the car sometimes, like, but they would mostly vlog at night. But RJ would vlog. Did you guys watch this Shep 689? I love them. And they would, so RJ would like vlog during the day and he would like, they both worked on campus, I think at the University of Florida. So they, at that time, when I started watching them, you guys, they had like 10,000 subscribers and now they have like 300,000 subscribers. And I watched them every day. I was obsessed with them. And, but anyway, I can remember like RJ just like walking to Subway and talking about like how he was really craving Subway. And I literally would just be like this. Like, when are they putting out the video? And they used to post it like every day at the same time. And I was like always like, I think they post it like every day at like 4 or something. And I could not wait until 4 to watch it. That was like my first, like, besides like Chris Crocker, you know, Trisha, Gigi Gorgeous, Glozell, like Will and RJ were my introduction to vloggers. Like they were my very, very first person that I became very obsessed with, like watching them on a daily basis. And we ended up interviewing them for our website and they were super nice about it. So yeah, I love Will and RJ. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get gas and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I'm like in my head planning for this trip. I am so excited. I think like one of the things that Alex and I have really learned is it's better to plan trips kind of at the last minute for us. Like, I'm more excited about this. I'm looking at my schedule because I've got to figure something. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm like trying to figure out how many more weeks I have in August. So there's this week and then next week. But next week is really a full week for me because there's Friday and Saturday that are the 1st and the 2nd. But I would count that as August because there's 4 weeks in September exactly. I am like such a planner, you guys have no idea. Do you guys ever sit at the gas station when they're playing the music and you listen to that music and you're like da 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 da? There was this girl. Alex sent me some posts. Normal people. That's funny. Da, 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 da. There are like hold on. You guys are like, why aren't you talking? There is this girl, like she's watched my videos from the very, very beginning, right? And she legit, like, she comes for me all the time. Like, I actually have like 5 people like this. And when I'm reading like comments, like going through comments or whatever, like literally every I just put chapstick on, but this chapstick is that blueberry acai and I love it. It smells so good. They like, okay, like they'll say it like this whole thing and then they'll be like, but I love you, and I'm like, really? Because it doesn't feel like that from the comment that you made. You're like, it doesn't really upset me. Like at this point, like had it happened to me like video 5, I was thinking about this the other day. I made this video on my booktube channel because like you guys, this is so funny because this is so not me today. I mean, I get so many dislikes on my videos and stuff like that that I don't even know like how many dislikes I get. But I was legit getting like the same amount of like dislikes on every booktube video I did for like a month. And I made this video and I was so pissed. I was like, I have these 5 trolls and they come onto my videos and they dislike they don't even watch it. It's like it happens within the first, I mean, I made a video about this on booktube, you guys. Okay, this is how you change over time, right? And I have like friends of mine that have been on booktube for a while that like have 200 or 300 subs, and they get very, very upset because they'll be like, I have 3 people or 2 people that like dislike my video like right from the get-go. Yes, you have haters out there, we all do. Don't pay them any mind, you know? But what I can't stand is when somebody always thinks they're right, which the biggest message of my channel is remain teachable. And so every comment, everything they leave is putting me down in a joking way, which I don't do very well with that sarcasm. I don't think it's cute, okay? To never leave a positive comment, never leave a positive comment, okay? But every time you leave some scathing remark, basically telling me I'm the biggest idiot in the world and I don't know what I'm doing, when I think I'm doing okay for myself, all right? Let's just be for real. And then at the end of it put, but I love you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You really don't. You don't love me at all, okay? And what you're really doing is picking me apart. And those are called toxic people. And I don't have any time for them in my life. And I'm not talking about leaving like a negative comment every once in a blue moon. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. Or like for somebody to say in my video, I totally disagree with you on what you say about this. You know, like that's fine. Like we can all have our differences of opinions. But to literally drag me in a paragraph every video, I mean, why are you watching my videos? Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me. So it just kind of cracks me up though, because I'm like, I have four channels. You're watching every video I post, which is over an hour of like time of your day. And on every video, you're leaving a nasty comment. But at the end of it, you're putting, but I love you. I don't really understand what our relationship is. Can you define that for me, please? Do you know what I mean? It would be like if you had a friend. I guess I have had friends like this that like spent every second with, you know, like you hung out with them 5 days a week and they'd be like, girl, you need to lose weight. And, you know, you were pretty, you're not pretty anymore. And those clothes are ugly. And why are you wearing those clothes? I just don't think you have it figured out. I don't think you know what you're doing for yourself. And, you know, oh, your boyfriend, you're going to cook him a meal. Don't cook. You know, you can't cook. Bake him cookies. You're the worst baker in the entire world. I mean, if you had a friend that just came and said, girl, I'm just telling you this because I love you. No, you don't love me. You don't love me. And those are called toxic people, and you need them out of your life. Which is why I pay those people no mind when they leave me messages, you know, or comments. It's like, I don't like, your comment means nothing to me, okay? Because you don't ever, there's no positive negative with it, right? There's never like, oh my God, this really resonated with me. Because those people that are like, hey, this really resonated with me, or thank you for leaving this, but then like every maybe second or third one, they'd say, I have a kind of a different point of view. Like that means a lot to me. Like I really respect that, right? Because that means that you feel like you can be honest enough with me to disagree with me at times. But we don't like, if you have people in your life that always disagree with you or always put you in your place or always want to tell you they know more than you do, get rid of them, okay? Get rid of them, because everything they're doing is for them to feel better. It's really kind of like a sick form of like subtle bullying is what it is, and they don't see it that way. It's really like a narcissism and an arrogance that like, not narcissistic behavior. I'm not diagnosing anybody. It's a form of narcissism of thinking I know everything and you don't know anything. The first thing I'll admit is that I don't know shit, okay? But I'll base the advice that I give for people on the experiences I've had in my life. But don't come at me and act like you know everything under the moon, because you don't. That's my little rant for the day. Y'all like my rant, so there you got my rant. But to those 5 people out there, and you probably know who you are, I would say to you, why do you continue to watch my videos? I mean, thank you, but seriously, go spend your time doing something that you enjoy. There has to be YouTubers out there that you like, and if you like me, then maybe think about leaving me a comment every once in a blue moon about what you like about me, you know? I don't know. So, or is that how you treat all the people in your life? That you show compassion and love through belittling? That's crap. Then you need to take a look at yourself, because that's ugly. Do you guys have people like that though, like in your real life? Like I used to, I just don't so much anymore. I don't have those kind of people in my life. I used to have, like, especially in the work environment, I had a lot of people that, like, I don't have a problem saying this now, because I ain't going to hurt any of these people's feelings, because they're not trying to find out what's going on with me in my life anyway. But I used to have all of these people in my life that I worked with, and like I looked up to them because I thought they were really good at what they did. Do you know what I mean? I so looked up to them because if we were sitting in a room with my supervisor, like that person was their favorite, and so I would basically look up to them and be like, oh yeah, you know, and like I would now let me think this through so I can say it the way that I did it accurately. I worked with this person, and like everything from how they packed their little lunch to how they raised their pets to how they raised their children to how they laminated a fucking worksheet to everything was perfection, right? And my supervisor would notice it. Well, this person basically got to just be the floater everywhere. Got paid shit tons more than all of us, right? Because they were good friends, and it was like, oh my God, what would my supervisor do without this person? She just couldn't live, could she, right? Well, behind my supervisor's back, this person constantly bitched and moaned about our organization and my supervisor, right? Constantly complained about my supervisor and would say things like, I can't take it here anymore. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. This place is not healthy for me. It's not toxic. And she would get me so wound up that I would be like, oh my God, I feel the same way. I shouldn't be here, right? And then whatever I said, she would take back to my supervisor. It was fucking shady, okay? We can call that toxic. We can call that negative. We can call that backstabbing. We can call whatever it wants, but let's just call a spade a spade. She's a shady bitch is what she is, okay? I don't care how perfect and fine her apartment or her house is, and, she can throw a dinner party. I don't care, okay? She's a shady bitch. I looked up to this person so much because she trained me, and I just thought the sun rose and set on her ass. I really did, okay? I really, really liked her. I really respected her. I thought she really knew what was going on. Until I was in a situation where I was not in the wrong, and she knew I wasn't in the wrong, and at the expense of it affecting her when she could have stood up for me and said, you know what, what's going on with Peter isn't right, okay? Like, this is not right, and I've worked with him now for 13 years. She could have had my back. She didn't. Save her own pretty ass, right? And that's when I realized in that moment we were not friends anymore. And I'm gonna tell you what, right now, I had a really nasty moment because I left that place in January and my mom passed away in May, and I looked out in the funeral and that funeral was packed, all right? And back in that back row were all of those people I had worked with. And I mean to tell you, I was mid-eulogy, okay? I gave the last eulogy at my mom's funeral. And I was mid-eulogy, and I looked out, and I saw my supervisor out there. And I know she loved me. And I know that she cared about me. And I know that I need to take ownership of my own part that got me into the situation where we no longer got along when I worked there. But I felt like it was intrusive that they were there, And this bitch that I'm talking about comes up to me afterwards, and she gave me this book and this card, and I'll never forget. I read this book later, and I opened it later. It was very nice what she did, okay? But this was just her language that she spoke. And she gave me this grieving book that was very nice. I was so hurt by it. I thought, do you still think you're my teacher? Like, do you think I still see you that way? Like, fuck you. Like, I'm done with you. Like, and I'll never forget that following Christmas, she was good for being one of those people that, put out the letter, well, Susie started first grade this year, and, and we're still, rooting on the Steelers and all that kind of shit, with this picture collage of everything that they'd done, who'd care? I mean to tell you, I opened that thing up. I like you guys to think that I'm healthier than I am sometimes, but I think it's important that y'all know I'm just a human being like everybody else, okay? I ripped that thing to shreds. I was so pissed. Alex came in, he goes, what are you doing? I said, I cannot stand this bitch. I said, you know what? I don't want her in my house. I don't want her pictures in my house. I don't care what her family's doing. I don't care. I want her out of my house. I don't want it in my house, okay? And I think that we need to remove negative people from our lives on any level. I don't care if they're sending you a Christmas card and you can't say, now I'm a big believer in forgiveness, right? I am a huge believer in forgiveness and making amends. And I'm a big believer in working things out between people and, hey, giving people ninth chances. And I want to tell you something. I left that organization, right? My supervisor that I didn't get along with, she and I, just last summer, okay, 8 years later, had a nice conversation on the phone, and you know what? We apologized to each other for what went down. And that's a lot of water under the bridge, and I have a lot of resentments at that organization, and she freed that for me. And I was able to forgive her, okay? And she was able to forgive me for being the maniacal rager in clinical meetings that I was. And I talked to the other people that I left. They, one by one, I either called them or they called me, and we worked out our differences. But this one person that I looked up to, that I respected, that I thought, okay, was so spiritual, was so humanitarian, was such a good, kind, caring, and compassionate person, has never reached out to me. And I did nothing in the wrong. I did nothing. And, feel like I'm in a position to pick up the phone and call her, because I think that if I did, I would be dialing up pain. I think if I called her now, even though it's very obvious I have a resentment that's active about it, right? If I called her up and I said, hey, listen, you know, I want to talk to you about like what our relationship was about back then. I know what she would say, because she would say exactly to me what she said to me back then those days. What are you talking about? She would totally act clueless, okay? What are you talking about? She would say, Peter, I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you have a resentment towards me? What? And she would play me the fool and belittle me for my feelings and my emotions. My emotions and my feelings are important. Your emotions and your feelings are important. If you have people in your life that belittle how you feel, remove them from your life, okay? They don't need to be there. She don't send me no more Christmas cards, baby. I don't know why. I don't know why I ended up off her Christmas card list, but frankly, I don't care. She was also the same person that told me, oh God, I mean, I'm like not very spiritually sound tonight, am I? It's just because I was talking and geeking it up with Tanya on the phone, but let me tell you something. This is going to sound so horrible that I say this, so please, y'all, forgive me before it even comes out of my mouth, but you guys like a little bit of drama sometimes. She's the same one that when I was on 9 million diets while I worked there, she'd say, Peter, it's really simple. All you need to do is eat less and move more. She'd say that to me every time. I'd be stuffing my face, eating Einstein bagels in the lounge, or eating, I don't know, something that I brought in, I was so excited about, you know. Oh, I thought you were on a diet. Oh, I was. Oh, you know, babe, you just need to eat less, move more. Well, Karma's a bitch, because I saw a picture of her, baby, and she don't look so fine no more, okay? Looks like she started eating a little bit more and moving a little bit less. And that's the truth right there. And I don't wish that on anybody, but she shouldn't have been such a preacher to me. I don't do that to anybody, okay? Big girls doing big things. It's a struggle to lose some fucking weight, okay? You don't look at somebody and go, eat less, move more. She might as well just looked at me and said, fat ass. I mean, seriously, you're so stupid you don't even know how to lose weight. You just eat less, move more. Oh, should have thought of that. Oh my God, that's genius. Eat less, move more. She should have just looked right at me and said, you're a fat ass. I mean, I think it's important for us in life to really listen to what people are saying to us. Really listen to what people are saying to you. And if they're saying things to you in code, get rid of them. Done. I don't have any negativity in my, well, that's not true as a drama channel. I mean, I bring it on myself, but but I know what I'm doing today. I'm prepared for it, but I don't have any negative people off of the internet in my life on a daily basis. I just don't. I don't deal with it. I don't have you around. I don't see you. What? Who? I mean, I might text you back or take your call every once in a blue moon and say, hey, how are you doing? And all that kind of stuff, but I just don't have it in my life, so. Yeah, that's my advice. Get rid of negative people. It's hard. People are like, well, what is it if it's your family? Well, put boundaries around it. You can put boundaries around your family. I loved my mother, but she was so negative, and I'll never forget this. One time I said to her, I said, you know, Mom, I said, I love you. We were sitting in her living room. She was like, She's like, you never come over here anymore, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. I said, you know what, Mom, I love you. I said, but I am not responsible for your happiness. She looked at me, she goes, what did you say? And it like caught me by surprise that I even said it. And I looked at her and I go, I am not responsible for your happiness. Our relationship changed in that moment. She looked at me and she goes, do you think that I think you're responsible for my happiness? I said, yeah, I do. I said, you make me feel. She goes, well, first of all, baby, and you learned this in counseling, you don't make me, I don't make you feel anyway. You choose to feel how you feel. I go, okay. The things you do make me choose to feel like, if you're not happy, it's because I'm not here, or I'm affecting you in some way negatively, or I should do more for you, or I feel like I'm not helping you out, or I'm not being a good kid, or I'm not being a good son. She goes, that makes me sad, Peter. She goes, I don't want you to feel obligated to, you know, make me happy. And our relationship changed that day because I stopped doing things out of obligation. And so when I was there, I wanted to be there, you know? And my mom and I, we had a great relationship as a result of that. So you can set boundaries and limits with family members and friends. You can, you know, and friends we choose. So if you have people in your life that are hurting you, get rid of them. Let's just get rid of all toxic people. That's going to be our goal. First, we're going to set up the dream plan, then we're going to get rid of all toxic people, okay? So on that note, I'm going to end this a little short today, because if I don't shut my mouth now, God knows where this will go, because I'm just rambling. That laugh, I hate that laugh. That Alex calls that my witch cackle. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.